Friends, good morning. Uh, so far, we have been generally discussing in Hindi, but I thought we have an international crowd, and existence is not limited to one country or another country, but it is limited to the whole universe. Therefore, the need is to understand what creates, what maintains, what brings balance in existence. Law has been used as the guideline or a yardstick. Some call it constitutions, others call it law, book of law, third people call it guidelines or whatever it is. In the word law or niyam means rules of existence, have been enshrined in four different ways, all speaking the same thing in different languages or different ways. These are spoken from mouth and listened and remembered. This is how, till the book and recording systems came into existence, the world was running, evolving, life emerged and grew. People were living together, fighting together, enjoying together, but existence was evolving. All that which happens today used to happen earlier also, but in a different quantum or level. Important point to understand is that world can only survive or existence can only survive if human beings understand what is the value of existence, life, rules of existence, and values. Why it is so? Because life evolved, whether it is scientific or spiritual, but life evolved. Spiritually, it started from Adam or Eve, or man, woman, or even self generating, right? But it is started. And it has reached today a state where human beings are the drivers of this world. We are talking of at least Earth. Maybe outside Earth, there are other livings, other people who are driving it and doing, and time will tell where the unity or clashes will take place. But point we are coming that on Earth today, the state is that few people, for the sake of their ego satisfaction, that is, satisfying their ego or own thoughts, are driving the world towards destruction. They are wishing and trying in every possible way that a nuclear blast takes place, whether it is by throwing kamikaze drones or it is by attacking nuclear plants or reaching inside to excite the nuclear power capable leaders and nations to use nuclear on others. So far, convention destruction or destruction by conventional weapons is no less. Climate is already having its impact. People are already suffering, but those who have power and who have been able to create good environment for themselves, protective shelters for themselves, underground or overground or in space, wherever it may be, they think the world will be destroyed and they will live. Possibly true. It may not be false. But the fact is, those who will live like this, how long they will survive? If we go back into the history, survival has been possible by coexistence. Nature has a cycle. Nature respects every living and non living and provides rules for usage and respect. But today, it looks that human beings, the way they are reached a stage, they don't want to even recognize nature properly. They think they are the doers, they are the makers of the world, they can run the world. Is it true? Can it happen? They cannot even catch the cyber criminals. They cannot even track back where from all the hacking and all type of activities are taking place, and they want to make a digital world, a world which will be run by computers, robots, and automatic devices. Wonderful, not a bad idea. Good. But if you cannot manage a human being or a living being, how will you manage a automated living or automated system living like a human being and start behaving like rakshasas and warmongers? How will you stop? Those questions will still remain. The purpose we are trying to talk today is, in last few days, certain things have emerged. First, Elon Musk accusing or raising finger on US funding or US funding organizations. I recall just at the beginning of Corona, we had a online discussion in Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh on COVID, and I had made a remark that COVID is man-made. It is a human created, and the funding for this project had been done by the US, who sets up bio weapon labs in various countries. At that time it was Wuhan, right? After probably 4 or 5 years now, or maybe 6 years, it is now being said by no other than Elon Musk, the leader in the world of AI, robotics, and artificial intelligence, and a high level functionary in the government of United States. Friends, point we are raising that it is being admitted now, and still there are people like ex-president of United States who has pardoned all those criminals who caused corona and corona-like activities and warmongering in the world. Will it bring peace? Will it ensure survival? We say that nuclear radiation, once it starts, Chernobyl is one example which even till today people are facing. Japan is another example where the nuclear bombs were thrown. The first nation in the world to use nuclear weapons was United States. First person to give boost to COVID or Corona was United States. The most prosperous, the most powerful nation in the world. Is it not their duty to ensure that not only they survive but the world survives? Can they live alone? If all the outsiders, black, white, brown, who have gone to America come out or are taken away, what will happen to United States? They have killed the red Indians already, right? Maybe few are left in the upper parts of Brazil and all that, right? How will United States run? Where from the doctors, nurses, the support services who are making America what is America today will come from? We are talking to the international community. We are addressing to the governments of the world, but primarily to the United States and government of United States and all those who matter there. Is it correct to try to kill others and still hope that everybody or we can survive? No, sir. It does not happen that way. Corona was created Probably the number of deaths in US were more than anywhere else if we take by proportion of population, right? India managed, India helped others to manage. Indians are accusing government for providing vaccine, but India managed, right? Question now comes, there are some people, particularly some particular races who suffered Holocaust, who know what mass killing can be, are doing mass killing now and are creating an environment in which the nuclear blast takes place. Who will stop them? They are doing in the name of a nation, not realizing, not acknowledging that they are the cause of it. True, everybody has a right on their sovereignty, on their land, on their people. But do not others have a similar right? If I keep a snake inside my house, how do I expect it will not go to the next house? How do I expect it will not go into the colony or trouble others? If you keep man eaters, poisonous things, animals in your house, how do you expect you will be able to control all and they will not affect others? So if some neighbor reacts, why should you feel bad? Either you should have ensured and created an environment that your neighbor is not threatened by your activities. We are talking about Ukraine. Ukraine, in their zeal to become the member of European Union. Why you want to become member of European Union? Be yourself. You're great. Ukraine is one of the culturally most advanced nations. We in India consider India is the most advanced. But all that which makes India great is also available in Ukraine to quite an extent. Their culture, their way of living, they are the food bowl of the world. What was the need to go to Europe? Where is the need to become part of European Union? In any case, marketing takes place. You can open your shops. But why you want to invite NATO forces into your house? If you go into the history, India allowed Mughals as traders and raiders to come into India, and India became slave. Later, Indians allowed Britishers as traders and raiders to come in, and India became slave. It is not only India, even other countries in the world have faced a similar situation. Why don't you learn from history, friend, and first make good friends with your neighbors, then go to somebody else? The neighbors of Ukraine are Russia, Belarus, and few other countries in the Eastern Europe. Why not make friends with them? Why care for those who are only selling weapons and want to kill everybody? I have been in Europe. Few days back on travel, there was an item. One young man was playing with reindeers in the outside the restaurant area. And after a few minutes or hours, he went to dining table and ate the reindeer. And look what remark he made. I was playing few seconds back and I'm now eating. If this is the mindset, how do you expect peace in the world? If this is the mindset that they can eat even the ones where they are playing with, it can be human beings also. How do you expect that they will bring peace in this world? How do you think that they will teach good lessons to the world? I have been in Europe. Wonderful people, family loving, very progressive. But there are also animals there. There are also some who are Rakshasas in their nature. You have to take care of that. You have to protect from that. Creation, when it started, it was light and darkness both together. If you allow darkness, you will go back to the ice age. You will go back to the before origin. Same is true here. Rakshas is nothing but the darkness. If you allow Rakshas to enter your house, first it will create destruction, then it will take you to the dark ages and beyond. Why allow that? So, point which we are requesting today, everyone, and this is to the whole world, United States, Europe, India, and all others. First, make friends with your neighbors. If your neighbors are happy, comfortable with you, there will be peace in the world. Don't think threat or war can bring peace. That will be temporary. When you kill somebody or you harm somebody, somebody carries it in the subconscious. And that subconscious, when will emerge and hit back, you have to consider it. Retribution, reaction are laws of nature and they happen. If you give love and peace, you will get love and peace. If you give hatred and war, you will get hatred and war. So think about it. Consider about it. Are you in the world to destroy the world, or do you reach your current level of evolution to make world a better place? God or Creator has empowered every living to evolve to a state of godhood. God has empowered. The instrument created inside in the name of Kundalini instrument or life instrument, living instrument, which you know as autonomous nervous system and life force, which beats your heart, can evolve you to a level where you will have direct communication with God Almighty and your actions will be godlike. Mahatma Buddha became, Mahavir Jain became, right? And many others in the history of mankind evolved to a stage where they were worshipped like gods. We are not talking of worshipping human being like God. We are talking of behaving in a godly way. Behaving in a way that you make everybody feel happy, comfortable, safe, and make world a happier and better place to live. Whether you use technology or whether you use your words or you use your behavior or whatever you think is right, but need is to make world a happier and better place. And this is the duty of human beings. Those who will not do will have to pay the price, if not today, tomorrow. God, mankind, creation, nature is not going to forgive those who are anti-life, anti-existence, and anti-God. Anti-God does not mean religious. I'm talking of those who respect Creator for creation, respect creation for gift of God. They are the ones. Therefore, my humble request to every living on earth and human beings in particular is, please, for God's sake, stop animals in the human beings or animal-like human beings from creating nuisance and destroying the world, and bring peace, harmony, like a saint, like Christ did it, like Moses did it, like Abraham did it, like Allah did it, right? Bring it in a godly way. Respect Creator and His creation. Indians understand it as Paramatma, Bhagwan, Ishwar, and others understand it as Allah, God, Jehovah, etc. But God creator is creator. Respect his or her creation and make your neighbors happy. If you give peace to your family members, to your neighbors, the world will be a happier and better place. God bless all. Thank the world. Thank the life. Thank the Creator. Thank the God. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.